I saw this discussion talking about how women need to be softer. Women nowadays are more aggressive and they're more secure in themselves, and that's a problem. And coming from a black woman that has lived her pretty much entire life in her masculine form, feeling the most comfortable in her masculine form, I got in a conversation with somebody and I had to sit down with myself and realize that if you as a woman do not feel safe, if you are not in a situation where you feel like you can live in your femininity, you are not going to live in your femininity. We live in a world where you have to be aware. You have to have your head on a swivel. You have to protect yourself. You have to have security and financial stability within yourself so you can survive. And because so many of us are locked into survival mode, it leaves us in this masculine form that you men see us as. And that is being aggressive, being unpleasing, being quote unquote a man. When in reality, a lot of times when women ask for emotional support, ask for that protection, ask for that safety, either men, A, do not know how to provide that to a woman, or B, they won't provide it. So it leaves that woman feeling stuck and being like, I have to be my man myself. Trust and believe, honey. All I want to do is sit around and be a bad bitch and feel safe and feel confident and feel beautiful within my skin. But I know that when it comes to people that are supposed to bring that to me and give me that, they're unavailable. They don't know how to. And they're playing with my life. When we are in public, when we are in scenarios, I expect you. If you're with me and you're a man, I expect you to realize I am with my woman and this is my time to protect. This is my time to make her feel safe. This is my time to make her feel seen. This is her time to know that if there was something to happen right now today, I got her. I should not be in the presence of a man and constantly fear if something was to go down, I will have to protect both of us, not the other way around. Now, before y'all call me ignorant and before the ignorant comments start to come in, let me be clear. I have no issues with protecting anybody that's around me. If it comes to a situation where we really need to protect each other, I'm protecting you 10 toes down every single time, 500 times a day. I promise you. But I need to be able to feel like when I'm in my sexiest, like when I'm in my heels, when I'm in my outfit, when I'm in my relaxed mode, I need to be able to know that you are going to be able to be there and be like, okay, live in this femininity of yours while I protect it. And so for so long, men will always just see you as like, oh, you just trying to play the man role, or you just trying to be aggressive, or you just trying to be hard to get. You're just trying to, it's like, no, baby, you're not stepping up. And for me to let my guard down, for me to let my walls down, I need you to step up and be there so I can feel like I can be submissive to you. Because until you can tell me what to do, you will never be able to tell me what to do. And that is what hurts the male ego so much, is because a lot of men automatically think that a woman should come into a situation with her femininity blossom. They don't take into account of past trauma. They don't take into account of maybe that woman was not taught how to or feel safe enough to live in her femininity. So it's going to take time. I would never, and I'll say this right now, I don't care who you are, I will never immediately go into a situation with someone new and just immediately blossom up. That can take up to months. That can take up to years, depending on the person. Yes, I want to, as a woman, to feel safe around you, to feel loved, to feel seen around you. That's, of course, the end goal. But when we first started out, no matter where we go, yeah, I'm going to be the man. I'm going to be the protect. I'm going to protect myself because all I've had all my life is me. So if there was a situation where you was to step out and to leave and to disappear, guess what? I still have that stability and I still have that faith and awareness that I can still handle my own with or without you. Now, I would like to know I can do it with you, but if I can't, baby, I got myself. And another thing is what people don't take in account is white femininity and black femininity. I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry to bring up race, but a white woman can walk into this world and truly live in her true form and not have to think about it. When it comes to being a POC, when it comes to being a black person, we automatically walk out and we are afraid. We have targets on our backs. We're afraid that we're going to be racially profiled, that we're going to be assaulted, that we're going to have something horrible happen to us. So that on default is scary as a black woman, knowing that no matter who I pass, there could be potentially a hate crime, a potential threat, and I don't know. Now, like I said before, the ignorant comments come in. I know that when it comes to life, everybody should walk out and have their head on a swivel, and everybody should walk out and be aware of their surroundings. But it is different. And if you can't sit here and say and realize it's different for a POC and a white person, you just won't ever get it. It is different stepping out your door and literally being afraid that that will be the last time you are able to walk into your home. It is a different blessing to be able to walk back into your house and to know you're safe. And being a woman on top of that, there are not many situations that are put on to me where I feel like I can be the most blossom flower I can be. There is a lot of reclusion, a lot of suppression within inside of me until I can find that safe space. It isn't something that women can do. Femininity isn't something that women can just do easily. It's more easier to live in our masculine forms than it is femininity. It's more easy to show up masculine when you live in a man's world. It's more easy to think like a man when you live in a man's world, to survive. And so I think when it comes to society, we need to give our women more grace when a woman comes off as quote unquote more aggressive, comes off as quote unquote somebody that doesn't want to take any BS, that has boundaries, that has their life together, that has financial stability. There's nothing wrong with that. That is actually what everybody on this planet should have, is financial stability, is boundaries, is self-awareness, is, have a mentality where they can't easily be played. But because we do also live in a manipulative world, when our men see that, they think, oh, I don't like that you are so aware. And it's like, no, actually, I need to be this way. It's just you need to man up so I can be that submissive woman you want. But until you can show me you can protect me and my femininity, I will never show you what my femininity is. So you're going to have to accommodate with my masculinity until I feel safe to let it out. And I know this is something that a lot of women struggle with, but they don't know either how to put it into words, or they're silenced because they're quickly labeled as an angry black woman or aggressive woman or a loud person. But don't let anybody put those words and terms on you when in reality, all you're doing is just surviving. If somebody looks at your survival as something that's toxic and hostile, then that person needs to reframe themselves and look at themselves differently. Because I know why I live in my masculinity. I know what it takes to get to my femininity. And if you question that and see that as a threat, then you're somebody that does not need to be in my circle and that does not need to be associated or around me.